Hey, how's it going out there today, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. This is weekly recap time. For my new subscribers, if you don't know, I do a weekly recap every video, kind of talk about the loads I've been doing. I'm leased to an 80-20 split carrier. I don't talk about that carrier just because they're a small carrier and they really hire out of a small area, so I don't think it would help a lot of people, and it would just bring a lot of drama, so I just stay away from it. So I did 2 loads this week, and pretty good week, I think. So one load, first load, Minnesota, like St. Paul, Minnesota to Mount Crawford, Virginia, and the next load was out of Mount Crawford back to Minnesota. So just kind of went to Virginia and straight back. 2 loads. I started this week on a Friday, last Friday, and it's Wednesday afternoon as of me recording this, and I'm going to the house when I get done with this, and I'll be off till Friday. So this week includes a 34-hour reset at the house here, so that's where we're at. That first load was 42,000 pounds, 35 degrees, grocery load, 35 miles of deadhead on that with 1172 on the loaded miles. Now, I could have cut about 40 miles out of that, but it was going to cost me $200 and something in tolls. I'll put it up here. I can't remember what it was exactly, but I dropped down and went around a different way and saved myself over $200 in tolls. I did pay $30 in tolls on that, so not completely getting out of tolls, but I cut a huge chunk of the tolls out. I did scale that load, and I put $60 in reefer in that load, mostly keeping it warm. It was so cold out during this trip. Same way with the trip back. At 35 degrees was more heating the product because it was liquid, and they didn't, 35 degrees, they obviously don't want it froze. So, yeah, the trailer ran a lot of heat. So that was the first load down there. That went pretty smooth. Wasn't a great load. If you go back and watch my last weekend vlog, that was that load. Just like a slow going load. Just couldn't make good time, but we got through it. We got it done. That's what we do. Load back out of Mount Crawford was kind of a little bit of a nightmare. So the first load down to Virginia delivered at 8 a.m. So I found this load coming out of Mount Crawford that needed to be picked up at 3 a.m. Yeah, that math don't work out. I call the broker. The broker says, okay, you're good as long as you show up at like 3:30. Yeah, I was not good. The shipper did not appreciate me showing up late. I kind of got sent into a hornet's nest there. So that load was supposed to load at 3 a.m. on Sunday morning. They actually loaded it at 3 a.m. on Monday morning. So kind of a bummer. Still waiting to hear back on detention on that. It's probably not looking good. I don't know. Like I say, I'm delivering the load right now, so probably won't know till it all finalizes out. But yeah, that load back was kind of a beast. Loaded a day late. I made up so much time on that load. I was humping it. And then, bam, about Tuesday, I guess it would have been Monday night up in Illinois and Iowa, we got a huge snowstorm that shut me down. So I had to reschedule this. And that's where I'm at now with the reschedule. So I should have had like 2 days and a half off at the house. Instead, I ended up with 1.5 day off at the house. So just how trucking works, man. It's just how it works. If you're new to the game, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. I'll just tell you right now, news flash. A lot of things out of your control that you're going to have to just learn to deal with. And nobody wants to hear you complain about it. So you just kind of suck it up and deal with it. Hate to say that to you. It's kind of where we're at. That load back paid $2,000 on the back haul. $6,000 total money for the week. That is $6,000 to the carrier. That is $4,800 to the truck. Like I said, 80-20 split carrier. I did 2,335 miles this week. 38 miles of that was deadhead. 2% deadhead on the week. Loving that. That's where you want to be. $2.57 all miles for the week. That's a good number as well. $206 to the truck. We're in the middle of winter, and I think rates build throughout the year, and they peak right at the end of the year. So we're in kind of the worst spot of the year. On a regular year now, if we have things like last year. You know, you can't predict stuff like that. But on an average year, your rates should build all year. The cold winter months like January, February should be, you know, your low points, not a lot going on, you know, and then you move up into like March and April, things get a little better, you know, springtime start to happen, people getting out moving. Then we move up into you know, the summer months, and then the summer's usually pretty good. And then you move into school starting back, fall, all that, really good times there, into Christmas, holiday season, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, really good rates. So we're kind of in the low right now. I'm happy with these numbers being that we're in the slow part of the year. I just hope we can continue to build as the year goes. So that's 261 a loaded mile. I normally don't talk about loaded miles a whole lot, but I just like to put it out there to give you an idea of where rates are right now. So 261 on the loaded miles. That rate's a little inflated because, like I said, that first load probably should have had more tolls in it than it did, but I dodged them. So go back and watch my dodging toll videos from a week or two ago if you want to learn more about that. Let's go over the variable expenses. Now here's how I break it down. We go over variable expenses here. When you get done with these numbers, then you will need to put in your fixed costs to see where you're going to be. Everybody's fixed costs are so different. I don't like to put them in there. You call your insurance agent. You figure out what your insurance is going to cost you. You get your truck payment. I don't put them in there. Everyone's is so different. Some people have small truck payments. Some people have no truck payments. Some people got huge truck payments. I mean, I've seen truck payments for like $5,000 a month. If you want to go, you know, if you want to go there, you can go there. So I don't talk about that. So factor in your own variable, your insurances, your truck payments, that type of thing, your maintenance funds. You know, I do about 10 cents a mile to my maintenance fund. And so, you know, you can do it however you want. Now, whenever I've got something coming due, like tires or something like that, I'll bump it up a little bit. But I typically run about a 10 cent a mile, all mile maintenance fund. So this week, let's talk about numbers. Diesel and fuel was high this week. Number one, horrible fuel mileage this week. A lot of two heavy loads. Both of those loads were 42,000 pounds or more. That first one was probably closer to 44 than 42, but 42,000 pound loads. Both of them 35 degrees. A lot of reefer running, just keeping things from freezing. And, you know, like last night, it was 1 degree out. The reefer ran pretty much all night, just trying to keep the inside from, you know, getting down below freezing. Horrible fuel mileage in the winter. Expect to spend about 10% more on fuel in the winter. If you don't know, now you know. Heavy loads through the mountains going out to Virginia and back. Yeah, really cold temperatures, like the worst things you could expect for fuel mileage. So that's where we're at. $941, but I'm tippity top full. I will say this, I'm saving a lot of money with Mud Flap. Don't forget to check out Mud Flap in the description. But I'm full to the top on truck, reefer, and DEF because it's like currently it's 10 degrees outside in the middle of the day in Minnesota. So I keep them full and I keep them anti-gelled up. So that's where we're at. $941 in diesel. Boy, that's a lot of money for 2,300 miles. But like I said, I am completely full. I filled up about 100 miles from here. So $88 in reefer fuel. So $941 diesel, $88 reefer, $47 in DEF. That's a lot of DEF too, but you know, it just how it is some weeks. $52 in tolls, $24. Go sneeze. Almost got me. $24 on cat scales. Total variable cost $1,152. So what we do is we bring over the $4,800 to the truck. We subtract the $1,152, and that gives us $3,648 to do what we got to do with. And like I said, you got to remember that, you know, you still got to deduct your insurances and everything off of that. A lot of people, boy, they see those numbers and they think, oh, that's all to the house. It's not. It's not. Being an owner-operator is not a gimme. We've had some really good months, but, you know, we're kind of getting squeezed right now a little bit, you know. This is the time of year when rates get soft, and fuel prices are going up. Every time I go to buy fuel, fuel prices are going up. So just keep that in mind, guys. That's where we're at right now. This has been the weekly recap. Everybody, if you enjoy this type of stuff, just click that subscribe button for me. Hit the like button if you liked it, and come join me for a live show. I do a lot of live shows. Come in, join us. We talk trucking, all things. Get your questions answered, not just by me, but lots of other experienced drivers and owner-operators and fleet owners in there. Come check it out. It's a good time. And until later, guys, take care of each other out there. Bye.